Here's one of the longest-running alternative history: the silent Watchtower. How does the idea go? What's it based on? What evidence do proponents cite? And what's the mainstream view? Let's break it down. The moon as we know it is not purely a natural satellite, but is instead a constructed or heavily altered satellite placed in Earth's orbit by an advanced off-world race or races, known as the Watchers, which functions as a base, beacon, or control station, possibly hollow, containing monitoring equipment and or energetic effects on Earth's biological consciousness. In short, the moon is watching us. Now let's see where the phrase usually leads. Second, origins of the idea. There are a few threads that all come together here. First, the mythic hints. Certain ancient cultures, the Zulus, the Dogon, the Greeks, spoke of a time before the moon or of it being brought or hung in the sky late, implying it was not always there. Next, the 1960s and 70s speculation. Authors like Vasin and Sherbakov, Russian authors, is the moon the creation of alien intelligence? Argued that the strange features in lunar geology could point to artificiality. Then the UFO literature. Alien bases on the dark side of the moon became a staple of the genre in the Cold War era. And finally, channeled material. Most recently, starseed texts which describe the moon as a monitoring or soul recycling station for the Anunnaki or other highly evolved beings. That's the general lineage. Third, anomalies cited by proponents. First, its density and orbit. The moon is unusually large relative to Earth. Its density and exact distance from Earth yield the perfect solar eclipses. Proponents say nothing natural can be so precise. Next, the hollow moon idea. Seismic data from Apollo moon landings showed the moon ringing like a bell after impacts. Proponents say this proves it's hollow, though mainstream science says it's just low seismic attenuation. Third, crater distribution. Compared to Mercury, Venus, and Mars, lunar craters are much shallower for their diameter. Proponents say this implies a hard crust over a much softer material underneath, implying artificial. Fourth, geological age differences. Some surface samples taken by Apollo missions appear much older than expected based on the rate of cosmic ray exposure. Proponents say this points to the surface being replaced or the whole thing being a recent fate. Fifth, lastly, the lack of evidence for artificial structures. The dozens of high-resolution imaging satellites that have orbited the moon looking for UAPs or other signs of artificiality have so far found